Hey guys, so today we're going to talk about the Final Empire, which is the first book in the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson, and I'll just read you the first couple of lines of the syllabus. The mists rule the night, the Lord Ruler owns the world. For 1,000 years the ash fell, for 1,000 years the sky slaved in misery and lived in fear. For 1,000 years the Lord Ruler reigned with absolute power and ultimate terror. Every attempted revolt has failed miserably, yet somehow hope survives. A new kind of uprising is being planned, one that depends on the cunning of a brilliant criminal mastermind and the courage of an unlikely heroine, a Ska street urchin who must learn allomancy, the power of a Mistborn. Just read it. Just read this book. If you're looking to get into adult fantasy and you want to get into Brandon Sanderson, then you have to read the Mistborn books. They are amazing, and I bought this one just after Christmas. I read it, and then I bought the second and third within a day or two. It's just great. It's really straightforward writing. I feel like anyone could pick this up. It's not too flowery or it's not too intense or detailed. It's just great, and Brandon Sanderson just writes unbelievably. If they ever develop any of his books into movies or TV series, he'll be on the same level as J.R. Tolkien or George R. R. Martin. Seriously. This first book, you can just read this first book on its own. Compared to some other books that are in a trilogy, like you could just read Mistborn as a standalone book, and the Final Empire. You just read the Final Empire by itself. It's just a story from start to finish, and there's an ending at the end of it, and you can just, if you don't want to read the second and the third, you can just say, yep, I'm finished with that story and I'm happy the way it ended. And then if you loved it more than that, then there's a second and third that go on and are just as good in my opinion. One of my positives would just be how straightforward it is and easy to read, highly accessible. Another positive would be the characters. I'm in love with a lot of the characters for how well developed they are and how they think and how they're grey. They're grey characters. They're not just good or bad. You know, they're grey. They do good things, they do bad things, and they have to deal with that. So I don't really want to talk too much because I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, if you want to get into Brandon Sanderson, this is a good way to start. And if you want to get into adult fantasy, this is a good way to start. It's only £7 or £8. It's not too expensive for 600 pages, I think, on Amazon. And if you'd like me to do a spoiler video, maybe talking about just what happens in it and everything, then comment below. If you've read this book, then comment below just saying what you thought of it. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.